So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and we haven't seen anything from Pixie for a while, so this is Pixie Pincher. Long-time subscribers to the channel will have seen several of his videos. He's extremely good player. I knew him when he was just okay. Now he's just shit hot. I used to love playing with Pixie. Pixie, we haven't played for so long, and I know you tried to the other night or the other day, but I was working and it was a pain. Because I need to keep my win rate up, and whenever I play with Pixie it improves my win rate no end, because he carries me. So he sent me this game. It's Frontline, obviously. He is using the Spaghetti tank, the Italian tier 8 premium medium tank, the one with the auto loading system, not the autoloader, auto loading system. He's defending, and he's defending Cap A at the moment, looking for some opportunities. As a defender, probably not worth having a defender side on. That's probably not a bad thing, but even side on, those things are like titanium. Uses all three of his shots. Exponents of the Spaghetti tank tell me that you shouldn't fire all three, and except in great opportunities like that, and I think that was a reasonable chance to do that. Tracks that mod 1. Not having much success so far, which does get better. This is Pixie we're talking about. Now the problem with having fired all his original 3 shells is that now he's having to wait a very long time to get a full clip back again. So he's got 1, now he's got 2, and he really wants to wait for the 3rd. Here we go, we're going to go, waiting for the instant. 1, 2. Oh. Leaves him on 39 health. Now if that mod 1's counting, Pixie is in trouble. But he might just reload before the guy comes around. Ah, he's got a mate with him, so... oh dear. Just unlucky, twisted just as he pulled the trigger. But there's a defender now. This is a very aggressive defender coming. It's not a defender, it's an attacker. Coming all the way up. Proxy spotting Pixie as well, which doesn't help. Mind you, the defender's only on 900 health. Now potentially this gun can do, well, about what is it, 240 average damage, 6. Yeah, probably can't, not worth having a go for him just yet. Keep him lit up, look for the opportunity to plonk one inside. You see that? It was looking well above the target there. Good players do that all the time. I'm not very good at it. Oh wow, he took a big hit from the French Liberté and lost his ammo rack, so he's had to repair that because he can't afford. This gun is slow enough to reload anyway, and takes a defender hit too. Oh dear, it's not going quite according to plan. Lower plate 1, can finish him. Come on, aim. Nice. Good, right, and there's another friggin' object, 252U. That is what the defender is au naturel. So he's made sergeant. He's holding, well, his team are holding this Cap, but I think it's primarily because the enemy team seem to want to fight rather than Cap, which is interesting. They pushed right round the back of the Cap very aggressively. So he's got his 3 shells in his clip again. Let's have a look at the other sectors. Yeah, sector C has fallen, everything else is okay. Yeah, what I was saying is good players pull out in their view to see the strategic situation. Pixie does it all the time. I must admit, I never think to do it, except when things are a bit calmer, but I think that's because I'm old. It was my birthday this week and I'm even older. 22 this week. Don't laugh, black sun. Okay, right, onwards. There's an IS-3. All these heavy tanks have pushed right past the Cap. Do they realise they're supposed to cap? That's a lovely shot. Look at this. He's got this IS-3 in real trouble. Tracked him and doing damage. And the moment he saw that turret swing towards him, now the IS-3's fired. You see that? We can go bang him for another nibble. No, he's waiting for his full complement of 3 shells, and then he's going for a nibble. IS-3's coming towards him, tracks him in place, takes a hit there, but he can put another one under the plate. Left him on 400 health. I don't think I've ever seen a game where so much of the enemy team have pushed past the cap. They have made no attempt to cap. None at all. They just seem determined to fight it out in a sort of good old-fashioned shindig scrap. Okay, Ice 3 has fired. Pixie saw that and he sees blood. Like all good players. Oh, and he misses. Oh, and takes a hit for his troubles. Paid the price for a bad shot there, but it was, you know, just one of those unlucky ones. There's a now he's using his arty strike on that object. See that? Boom, boom, boom. A little bit of damage. Is that enough to get that guy down to be killable? One. Wait for the reload, Pixie. He is this time waiting for the reload. No, he didn't. He went. Oh, couldn't resist it. Now somebody's in the cap. That object is takeable. It's done 3,200 damage, plus the arty strike he just landed. There's a symbol for an airstrike on that object as well now. Pixie's just trying to keep him lit up. Oh no, where's that T-44? One. See, I love the fact, there's a good player again, aiming for the drive wheels. See that? He's waiting. Now he's waiting for one of his shells to reload. He's just waiting and aiming in that corner where he would just basically immobilise the enemy tank as well as do damage. Fired a blind shot because he knew that T-44 was still there. Now the object is... what's the object trying to do? I don't think he's just trying to get away. He's had enough punishment and he's decided that his super OP heavy tank has taken enough punishment for the moment, but Pixie is going to give him a bit more pain. No, that's the Liberté. That's the Liberté. Liberté's down to 3 health. What's the situation on this map? Let's have a look. Hit the shift key and you can see what's happening. Looks like it's fairly secure. It's gone back for a refit. Now this is the secret of scoring really well in front lines, is try not to reuse too many different tanks. Try and use the same one over and over again. If you don't die, you don't need any repair costs. If you don't need any repair costs, it doesn't take away from the profit you're making. If you have to use a new tank, try and keep alive long enough that you can then reuse the first tank you did, because you only pay one set of repair costs. So if you get killed 3 times with the same tank but you use it 3 times, and that'd be 4 times, you only pay one lot of repair costs, which obviously is a much cheaper way of doing it. The enemy have now finally put a big effort into taking the cap. Pixie did his level best there, but it looks like this cap is going to fall and he is heading out. 16 seconds, 17 seconds. Oh, someone's reset it slightly. Oh no, is there an enemy reset? Yeah, they've been reset. 1 minute. Maybe you've been a bit premature, Pixie. Yeah, I think he thought that was going to fall and he was heading out of dodge. And actually, it was a bit premature. A premature Pixie. You don't want to see that every day, I can tell you. Don't want to see a premature anything particularly. So it's coming back in for another nibble. Lining up the French. That's a brave player taking that French TD out in this game. Mind you, I have to say I have done. It's okay, but the trouble is its autoloader is so slow at reloading. So unlike these spaghetti machines and the what's the other one you always see, Lorraine's, they reload very, very quickly. That thing, you fire your 3 shells, you better hit with them all because you can have a hell of a wait. Waiting for the reload again. Look at this. Oh, he's going to take the shot. Yeah, it had to really, because that guy was pulling back. And he's now captain. He's now captain of the ship. The good ship Pixie is sailing. His team have reset the cap. It was close for a minute. It really did look like that was about to tick over. Now that Frenchy one. Is that the same one again? Oh, he's picking on the limping WZ-120, who was trying desperately to get back to the repair base. But no joy. Pixie uses his arty strike on that camping heavy. Boom, 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 boom. There's one. 500 damage. Blimey. Oh, turn sideways. Oh, what did he... The luck of the Pix, eh? Look at that. Just, he was struggling to find the shot on the R2-D2 on the top. Or, what is it? The radio... I don't know what they are. I think they're viewfinders on the top of that French TD. Trying to hit the top of it, but couldn't. Well, was just waiting to take the shot, and then it decided to turn around. Oh, and there's an ISU at the back there. He thinks he's safe right at the back, but no, we're not going to take the shot. Okay, just show me up, Pixie. I don't mind. Again, economy of firing. Fire when you know you're going to hit something, not when it's just speculation. There is the ISU. Can't get a shot on him yet. He must be behind a rock up there. What's the situation on this cap? All the enemy team are being completely boxed in, and this happens a lot on frontline. If you don't get one of the caps early, or the first line caps early, defenders seem to put more and more and more players into this sector, and unless the attacker captures all three of the first sectors, it's really hard, because you get to time-wise to get to the gun emplacements and have time to destroy them at the end, because the problem with it, let's just wait, missed the first shot. That's about tracking that time. I'll wait for the reload. Yeah, you get something like 4 minutes extra when you capture the first wave, and you need that time. Nice. Didn't risk, well, used his last shot just to make sure. Is he going for a reload? He's still got 16 shells left and 10 skill rounds. Again, one of the fun things about this mode is very few people fire gold. You know who you are, but very few people do, and it's so refreshing to play a game where mobility, armor, tactics all play a part. Yes, it can be frustrating, it's a multiplayer game, but you know what, I think this is so much fun. And I did see a suggestion from, I think it was Klaus Kellerman, who does some irreverent videos, shall we say. He did, well, put it this way, he makes my video about the KV gate, KV5 gate, seem like child's play, because my swearing in that is nothing compared to what Klaus does in pretty much every video he does. Anyway, Klaus was suggesting that maybe they should introduce frontline as a permanent feature, but rotate it around the different tiers. So sometimes it would be tier 10, tier 9, tier 8, anything from tier 6 upwards. I think that's a really, really good idea. I'd love to do that. Oh my goodness me, that Chrysler is burning, baby. Ouch. And look what has happened now. This is, again, this is one of the few problems I have with this game mode. Now the enemy team have been eradicated pretty much on this map. There is only there's 4 enemy players. One of those is dead, hasn't respawned yet. So 5 if he comes back in, against, well, 11 of our team. 10 at least active players. So 50% more. And what the defending team can do is push right forward, like the Samura is doing, and get right into the right on the line of the defence, so that when the new tanks spawn in down on the bottom line, they're immediately under fire. I had this happen to me the other day in which one was? Oh, it was actually a different part of the map, but it's same effect. I spawned into the cap that needed defending, and it put me, and I was in a Scorpion G, and it put me right in amongst, literally in amongst a whole load of attacking players. So, you know, how long did I last? Well, I fired 2 shots, but that was it. It was only because a couple of them were so surprised to see this Scorpion G arrive in the middle of them. And literally there were 6 of them. Nice shot. Again, the thing you have to be very aware of, and as an attacker it's a really valid tactic, is once you've taken your sector, like they've taken B, to then try and swing into A or into C or what have you, and go each way to try and help your team break through, because at the moment this flank is very, very outnumbered, attackers versus defenders, or defenders versus attackers. There's more defenders than there are attackers, but if all a load of tanks from B come in and help, A, they're coming in behind the defenders, and B, there's suddenly more tanks, and it becomes a whole different kettle of fish, and often you'll see another sector die, you know, fall virtually immediately. Nice shot in that FL. Don't know what he was really trying to do there. Bit aggressive, but wow. Is that somebody? That's, oh, I don't know whose artillery it is, but whoever it is just hitting friend and foe. So we've got CDA coming. Oh, Pixie's making a run for it. What's he doing? Trying to get out of dodge. He wants to help that guy out, but I think he's history. Yeah, he's history. There are plenty of tanks coming over this way though, so we've got a good chance of them holding this incursion from the other sector. But look what's happening now on their own cap. Now the enemy who were attacking have suddenly got an opportunity to get into the cap, and there's nobody defending. Look, 3 enemy on the cap, and there's nobody close. What's happening to the over? Yeah, look at this. Suddenly the attacking team has packed loads and loads of loads of tanks into the sector. Pixie's sort of thinking about going back. You can see he's thinking, shall I go and help? But really there's no point. There is absolutely no point. They will never get there in time, and it looks like this sector has fallen, largely, although it was unsuccessful, because of those tanks coming in from sector B. 5 seconds. He's going to have to go for a reload in a second. Oh, yep, it was. Yeah, that was inevitable. Has he got time to get to that reload section? It's down to just 3 regular shells. He's also a bit damaged. He's got 45 seconds. He's on the redeploy line. No, he's not going to be able to get to that cap. Get to that repair place. He's going to have to just make it and run for it. Trying to help his Brigetto friend over there, but no joy at the moment. He's made up to Major, so he's had a really, really good game. 11,000 damage in the 1 tank. Again, he wants to go and help. There's only 19 seconds until this thing. It goes boom, bang, bang. Last shell. Good job. Ah, that's optimising everything. Now get out. It's got like 5 seconds. 4, 3. Whew. For those who don't realise, if you don't get out in that time scale, you get hit by an airstrike. And it pretty much destroys you. In fact, it does. It kills everything you've got. So he took a chance there. Took a chance 2 ways. One, you know, now he's got to try and escape with enemy tanks pouring through. Well, they're not pouring through at the moment. They all seem to be heading for the repair station at the moment. But look, his team is still heavily outnumbered. 11,500 damage he's done so far. It's been a really good game for him. Oh, takes a hit. Oh, that French TD. Whoop, which way are you going, Pixie? He's up to general. He's made the top rank. So what does that do for you? Well, you get 200% more XP for your games in Frontlines if you get to general. It's a massive, massive boost. Again, he's thinking about, he's just checking the angles. I think he's going for a reload. He needs to, but look at the situation. He's only got there's 3 active defenders against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 active attackers. This is not a good situation. There's a Hawk just spawned at the back. That's not really what we need at the moment. We need proper battle tanks. A light tank is useful, but it's not that useful. Okay, he's into the resupply point. Fully equipped, fully reloaded, clips back straight back to regular ammo because you don't really need premium. It's only 1 minute, 1.5 seconds left, 1.5 minutes left, sorry. But anybody can get into a cap as attacker. It's counting as contested even, and then they get another minute and a half. So enemy are in our cap. There's 2 of them in there. Whoa. Oh, picks. Oh, don't block your friends. 2 of them trying to get up the hill side by side. When actually one gave way. I don't know what this Sue's doing now. Finally Pixie has to let him go. Let's see, he's thinking about putting a shot in. Instead, he sees a Lorraine who's fit for the punching. Oof. Brigetto does not have much armour. Oh, and that Lorraine's fine premium, so even if he did, it wouldn't do him much good. So he's going to put an arty strike in on him. So again, for those who haven't played, you get the option of using combat reserves. So Pixie has artillery strike, and that does count towards your damage. So if you hit things, it does count. Although the whole result sheet is bugged as hell, so you don't actually see the result of that. He's done 12,000 damage, and sure enough, look, the zone fell. There were just not enough tanks in that zone. And that was a disaster. Another one's fallen as well, so then now they've got 5 minutes left. Unlucky with that shot. Get over the line so he's safe, and join the other tanks putting down a hopefully withering fire onto the attacking tanks that come through. Wait for the reload. Decided he needs to get away. There's a lot of enemy tanks again on this front. But we're finally beginning to get a few defenders. That's what I love about this. It's nip and tuck, and you know what? I want to win, but I don't mind if I don't, if I've had a good game. And these games are so much fun. That's what's such a great thing about this mode. I'm lucky on that T-34-3. Using the auto reload system here, waiting for the first shell to reload before he puts another one in. That time he went straight in. Oof. Oh my goodness, where'd that shell come from, the Lorraine? Again, firing premium at him. Jeez. Takes out his ammo rack. Puts him down to 97 health. He's got to get out. He needs to repair. $13,000 damage in one tank with no need to take out any other tanks so far. Can he go the whole game with just one? It's quite a long way to the repair point. That's the only problem here. Enemy are pushing into the city. You can see down on the other map. Let's have a look at the overall situation. So you can see they're pushing hard on 3 and 4, but there's a few defenders there, literally a defender there as well. There's a few tanks heading towards 5. It's not looking good for the defending here, but it could be there's a lot of them waiting till their tanks are available to come back into the game, because there is a slowdown on if you die too quickly, you have to wait quite a long time sometimes to get your next tank out into the game. So if they've all died, once and then immediately again, it could be that that's why there's so many fewer defenders. But once they all come back in, there'll be a rush of them. That's what you've got to hope for if you're a defender. So Pixie resupplies, re-equips, it's back up to full strength. There we go. Right. Only 2 minutes left, so they haven't got long. So he's decided, looks like he's going to go. Where's he going to go? Is he going to help 3, or is he going to? He's got his eyes set on that IS-3 that's down there. Mind you, it looks like the city might need help, mate. Don't know what I'm saying. This is a It's a replay, so you can't hear me even if you wanted to. Okay, it's found a lone T-44. Puts one into him. That makes him think twice. Nice. Tracks him now. Ooh, artillery. Ouch, that wasn't what you wanted when you just refitted. Got hit by the artillery, then he got hit by the T-44. And he's got quite a long wait until he could repair again. The game will be long over, so there's no point trying to go back there. So he's going, it looks like he's going after his original target, which was the IS-3. Puts a shell under him. Side of the turret is always a nice option. Nice. Beautifully done. Turret 2 is under attack, but there's plenty of defenders there. You would think they can deal with him. Only one left. There's only 38 seconds left in the game. Pixie's done 14,000 damage. Can he finish off with another one? It's a kill there if he wants it. Yeah, there he goes. Takes the kill. Nicely done. Takes a hit from the Scorpion G though. Ooh, where did he come from? So let's try and lay a bit of arty love onto that Scorpion. He looks like he's going to roll back into the target zone. He is. There we go. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Look at all that damage. Beautiful. And there's the T-44 as well. So that completely destroyed that Scorpion G, that arty strike. And that's it. Game over. Well played. Really nicely done. So what a game from Pixie. Ended up using only one tank, using the Spaghetti Monster the entire game. Did, was it 16,000 damage, something like that in it. It's bugged, so you can't really check it through this, but an amazing game. And it's saying he made 500,000 credits with that game, just from one tank. Finished up, unsurprisingly, top of his team. He was general after all. It's saying 17,000, but I think, yeah, he says here 2.5 was the artillery consumable with 2 kills, and it doesn't show up. Okay, so 17,000, 14 kills in total, 3,046 base XP in total across the, how long did that game last? 26.5 minutes. Wow. Fired 85 shells. He hit with 79 of them. Jesus, what a hit ratio. And penned with 64 for that 17,000 damage. He took 12 hits himself, all of which penned him, of course. But look at this. He was running boosters, but still 500,000 credits. 552,245 credits. And with the same boosters running and the premium thing, he made 18,700 crew experience for that Progetto crew. So as he says, floats like a butterfly, stings like a, well, piece of paella? No, paella's the wrong one. Stings like a pizza. That's it. That's the one. That works. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. In the meantime, enjoy your games, have fun, try not to take it too seriously, and I will see you again soon. This is Gamer Dom, signing out.